I want to share with you guys a really good trophy material farming route in Reekwater. Now, this is for the tier 5 trophy materials, which are the most valuable materials, and also they are used to make the highest level trophies, which are the major trophies. Because this route is in Reekwater, it's level 60, you'll also be able to work on your gear score watermark at the same time. We're going to be going for the tier 3 chests, so supply stockpiles and stuff like that. Those are the ones that drop trophy materials. And also these ones drop weapons and armor, which is very convenient when you're farming a level 60 place. Now, I would highly recommend equipping a bow while doing a lot of this so that you can get the speed buffs from the talents in the bow tree. And that will speed this up quite a bit because there's a lot of running in this. And if you get to do this route fast enough, you'll be able to farm money while doing this because there's a bunch of ironwood around here. There's wirefiber. There's also azoth water. So if you get to go fast enough, you'll be able to farm some of those too. Now, all in all, the route takes around an hour, but if you go fast enough, you can maybe shave it down to 45 minutes, which would be fantastic because then you get to run off and get a little sidetracked farming ironwood trees and stuff in order to make money while doing this. If you do it right, you can hopefully make like a decent amount of money doing this. You might make 500 to 1,000 coins an hour just from those extra side things, not even including the things you'll find along the way like obsidian flux and sandpaper and all that. Also, if you want to, you can grab the smaller little supply caches and stuff when you see them, just to get some more obsidian flux and different valuable, refining reagents. So let's take a quick look at this on the map. So this is in Reekwater. I'm going to show you a more detailed map with everything marked and a path and everything, but first let's go over the general idea. So you're going to start off at Lampbent Muskeg. There's a supply chest there. Then you're going to go to Fisher's Glory, where there's one chest. Then there are 2 chests at Sunken Aspect. Then we're going to go to Mosswater Borg, and there's 3 chests here. Then we're going to head up to Skyview Repose, and there are 3 chests here to loot. We're going to skip Eternal Pool. There's only 1 chest in there, and it's way too dangerous to deal with just 1 chest. Then there's Glimmerfen. There are 2 chests here. Then we're going to head over to Verid Grotto, where there are 4 chests to loot. From there, we're going to head down to Mistywater Thorpe to get 1 chest from there. Then we're going to run all the way down to Cilio Seco, where there are 2 chests. Then we're going to backtrack up to this path so we can get on the boardwalks. Go to Forecastle Drift and get 3 chests in this rat's nest of boardwalks. Then we're going to head down to Siren Stand, and we're going to get near Spire of Melpomene, where we will get 2 more supply chests. Then from there, you're going to find a way to drop off down to one of these ledges and get across the water right here. Get back over to Lampbent Muskeg and start the cycle again. Now, if you go fast enough, you'll have a little bit of time to go get some extra stuff. So if you finish the cycle and you have, like, say, 10 minutes before they respawn, chests respawn in 1 hour. So you always want to go a little bit later than that in case you go faster one time than the other, so you don't end up on, like, the 4th chest and you're running faster than your last time, and now you gotta wait for the chest to respawn because you left at literally exactly 1 hour from the first chest. So you always want to go a little bit over. So one thing you can do to kill time is you can run over to the Death's Delay, and there are a bunch of wire fiber spawns right here. You can also, while in the middle of the route, you can run over to Siren's Run, and there's a bunch of ironwood trees through here to farm. Also, every time you head to Verid Grotto, there are a bunch of ironwood trees here that you should just probably grab anyway, because generally the cycle is going to be a little bit faster than an hour, and that'll slow you down just a little bit. Also, at Broken Dreams, Mistywater Thorpe, there are a bunch of azoth springs, and you can find some azoth springs along the way on your way down to Cilio Seco. So that will also give you some stuff to do that'll slow you down a little bit and get you some money along the way. Also, just this whole place has azoth water, and when they bring back the elemental animals, you also could farm some elemental animals at Lampbent Muskeg for some weird wood or for lodestone, but those are unavailable when I recorded this because of some crazy issue that they're working on. So yeah, you can do all that, and those are different options for you to do. It's a really good route, but let me go ahead and mark everything and show you the line that you're going to be running. And then I'm going to show you how to cheese a bunch of the harder chests, because if you can cheese some of these chests and save some time, that gives you more time to go get these extra materials and get more money from your run, just to be more efficient. So I'll show you some of the hardest ones and how to cheese them, and then I'm going to show you just, before that, I'm going to show you a more detailed map. So let's take a look at that map right now. Okay, so here's the situation. So we're going to start right here on the map. So this one right here. Then from here, we're going to run around, and we're going to cross over to here. We're going to go up here, and we have to get up some crazy staircase, like way up high. It's way up in the sky. We're going to get that, and then we're going to drop down, and we're going to follow the path for the movement speed bonus they haven't passed now. Going to go here. You may have to kill some enemies. There's some rocks right up here you can hide behind to try to de-aggro, and then grab the chest. You're going to run over to the other side. You're going to get up right where I'm marking it. Go up here. There's a chest here. Same kind of thing. Try to de-aggro the enemies by using a rock. Then from there, you're going to come back out. You're going to drop out here. You're going to come over here. and then you're going to run all the way up to here. You're going to get up into these buildings from some like platform you get up on. There's like a staircase, kind of like a rope ladder, I guess. And there's a chest right here underneath one of the rope ladders. That one's really easy to get. Go up and around, come across rope ladders over these buildings. There's a chest here. You go down some staircase, and you come around, and there's another one. And then from there, you drop down. You're going to head up this path. You're going to go through here, and you're going to come along like this. There's a chest right here. You're going to come around. You're going to drop down a little ledge. There's a chest right there. You're going to climb back up, go around there. You're going to come in through here, and there's some enemies here in a chest. You can climb in and out of the windowsill to try to get it. Come back down. Or if this happens to be people farming in one of these spots that you go to, then it might just be dead when you get there if you're lucky. Then from there, you're going to come down here. You're going to drop down. You're going to drop down again, and then you're going to run down all the way through here. You're going to come across here, and here you may have to kill some boar, or if you get lucky, you can de-aggro them using vines, tree roots, I mean. And then grab a chest here, run up here. In here, you can just climb up on this little, like, stone platform, and then just shoot at the guy from a distance. There's, like, a guy in front of the chest. And he might just de-aggro, though. If he de-aggros, you drop down, you grab the chest, and you leave. You're going to come out this way, and you're going to go over here. Oh, I forgot to mark the trees. Hold on, give me just a second. I'm going to stop and start this and put the trees on here. Okay, that's better. So if you want to get the trees, you're going to go here to there, to there, to there, to there, to there. And then you're going to come up through here, and you're going to go around here, and you're going to grab this chest. You can hide in some vines, or roots, I mean, from a tree, and then get in de-aggro, grab the chest. Up here, you can climb on some rocks right above the chest and drop back down and grab it. This one's kind of tricky. You can try to hide in some vines till the tentacle, de-aggros or teleports onto you, and then get out and get it. It's kind of weird. This one's kind of hard to get without fighting. It is possible, and I did it, but it might not be consistent. We'll see. And then you're going to come out this way, unless you went the other way. You can always go the other loop, too. And then come out. There's one down here. You can just kill whatever's chasing you, and then grab it, or run a little bit further de-aggro, then grab it. Then you come over here and grab this tree if you want, or you can ignore it. But either way, then you're going to come down here. This is actually a crater, so you can just come in and drop down right here, and then get in around here and find a way up. Get up here. You'll actually be able to, one way you can do is run all the way to the third floor, wait for all the enemies to catch up, then jump over the rope and land right in front of the chest, grab it, and then leave. You'll head around like this. And then from here, it depends. Are you making good time or not? If you're not making good time, you're going to go down here and you're going to grab all these Azoth waters on your way down to here. Although you might not get these last ones, actually. You may end up just going like this. Or if you feel like you're making really good time and you got some time to spare, you can go down this way and grab. There's actually some essences to grab right where I'm drawing a line, like right in here. And then you can go up here and grab this tree and fight a wolf for some trees, get these trees, go down here, get this tree, and then come down here. You'll go through here, get in this building. There's some rocks you can climb on, de-aggro this enemy right here, and then grab the chest. And then you can run through all this stuff and get out of here. Come down here. There's some shenanigans you can pull down here to get this chest by getting him to chase you down to the lower level, then climbing back up. And then from there, you're getting out of there. And then if you haven't got the Azoth water, you can get it on the way back, which probably would honestly be the way. If you have time to go on that little detour for their ironwood, then you can get more from your loop, because then you can go here and you get the Azoth waters, and you can get them on the way up. And there's some moats to get right through here. You're going to get on this now. Up on this platform, you're going to go here. There's an enemy here that you can easily de-aggro by climbing, by jumping over next to the building that's just up in the sky. Then you're going to come around here. You're going to go to this one, go up and around. You're going to do the same kind of thing right here. You're going to go down like this and go around and all this crazy stuff. And some which way, I forget how, you get up to that top floor where that chest is. And it's pretty easy. You just go right next to a building again. All the enemies de-aggro. Then you're going to run through, jump through a building to get up to this one. You're going to follow this path. Come up to here. And now, if this door is closed, I don't have footage of it, but you can climb up on some boxes over on the side and shoot at there's like a guy, like a really weak guy up high. And you just get on these boxes and all the enemies can't reach you. And you can just sit there and range attack the guy up high until he dies. Once he dies, it triggers some boss to come running through and blow up the gate so you can get in. Then you get in, you go through, and you're going to run around like this, and around like this, and around like this. And then up here, you're way up high. You're up by some houses. You can just run next to the houses, de-aggro enemies, come back into the house and grab the items, and try to do the same kind of thing over at this one. Then from there, you're just going to find a way to drop off and come around like that. The water, you can pass right here if you can just get down from up high. Then you're going to come back to Lampbent Muskeg. Now, if you are making really good time at this point and you have an extra like 8 minutes or something, you could run all the way over to here, and then you could grab these wire fibers, and then these wire fibers, then head back to Lampbent Muskeg and repeat the cycle. So all of this right here and all of this right here, so these two things, they're really just going to depend on how much time do you have. Are you making good time? Or are you not making good time? which is why you're going to want the bow with the speed perks in order to get as much time as you can, so you hopefully will have time to go grab this extra ironwood and stuff like that, just so you can make money while also doing this route. Just kind of turns this route into a win-win situation. Also, in case you're curious, that bow ability is, let me show you if you don't know what they are. There is dodge and weave. After you dodge, gain 10% haste for 2 seconds, so you can just dodge and then animation cancel with changing weapons every so often in order to get some more speed. And then there is Archer Speed, which is 10% haste for 5 seconds when you swap to your bow with a 10-second cooldown. So basically just swap your weapons occasionally, do random dodges while you're running around, and you'll basically be like on a really crappy mount running 15% faster on average, which really helps to speed this process up a lot. But anyway, let me show you some of the harder chests, and we're going to talk about them for a second, and then we'll just finish it up and, see, I have a little more to say about this. Now, this first one's pretty easy. You might end up with a bear chasing you, but if you run far enough away, or you can climb on a rock to get rid of him. But the chest is right here on the outskirts. You'll loot this, and then you'll head over to the next place. So the next one's pretty easy. You're going to be way up here on these boardwalks. You're going to get on this table, and then all the melees will de-aggro. Now, the ranged ones you may have to kill, or they may de-aggro eventually. But either way, eventually you'll be able to get to this supply stockpile. And once you get it, you are all done here. You will then jump off this ledge and head over to the next one. So this place is pretty straightforward. Both the chests are similar to this. You're just going to get up on one of these rocks, then you're going to try to get on down to the smaller one, and then lay down so the ranged enemies can't see you. And hopefully at some point they'll de-aggro, and then you'll be able to just sneak back up and grab the chest. Like so. And then this chest is all done. You'll do the same kind of thing for the other side. Then you'll head out of here and go over to that one swampy place by the river. This chest is pretty easy. You can just try to grab it if you've already killed everything, or you can just jump over like this, and then once you're over here, they can't figure out how to get to you. So at some point they'll de-aggro, or you can just go ahead and grab it depending on their positioning. That one's done, and then we'll head around these stairs up to the next one. So this one's surprisingly easy. You're just going to keep jumping at it until you can get up over it like this. Once you're up here, they can't find a way to you, and they'll also just kind of run underneath you thinking that you're down below for some reason. You can get an easy supply stockpile like that, and then move on to the next one. This one's pretty easy. You just head right outside where we just were. You jump over here, and then you could get this one, but if there's the famine guys chasing you, they'll run down real fast. But all you gotta do is back up over here. This whole area cannot be reached by these enemies, and then they'll just de-aggro. You can walk back up to the supply stockpile. You can loot this one, and then you're all done with this place, and we're gonna head north to the ancient place. This one's pretty easy, actually. You just get behind the chest like this, and they won't be able to figure it out. If you're lucky, they won't even be able to hit you from the angle they're at for some reason. And you can just loot it. Or you can just kill them all. They're not that strong. This next one's down here. I don't know if there are supposed to be enemies here or not, and if the other guy killed them or not, but if there are, you could probably just kill them. It's not that bad. Or just stand on the chest till the de-aggro. Loot that one, and then climb back out here, because there's one more up high. Now this one, normally there's a bunch of enemies, but some guy just killed them. What you can do is, you see in the background that circular thing? Well, you can jump through that and get on the backside of that till the de-aggro, then jump back over and grab the chest if you need to de-aggro them. Once we're done with this, we're going to head over to the swamp area just south of that circular area to the east of here. Now this one's kind of a pain. You might just want to kill the boar. They're not that strong, but if you get somewhere around here, you might be able to just de-aggro them like this. They'll run away eventually, and then you can go ahead and loot the chest. Although it might just be easier to kill them. They're really just not that strong. Once you're done with this one, we're going to head north over to some cave in this area. This one's pretty easy. You can just climb up right here by the statue, and then if you need to, you can just turn around and hit this guy with ranged attacks till he's dead. He may just de-aggro at some point, though, and then you can go ahead and grab the chest. Now, in this case, I went in from the opposite way that I showed you, but at some point you'll get to this one. Now, this one you may just want to skip, honestly, because you can try to get in these roots and try to get this guy to come to you like this or something crazy like this, and then run over and grab the chest. It's kind of a wacky one to try to get, and I don't know that you'll always have success with it, so you may end up just skipping this one if you do this enough times. Now, this one's pretty easy. It's the one very top middle in this area. You can just climb up on these rocks and just stand here, and eventually they'll de-aggro. If they won't de-aggro, you can always do ranged attacks too, but they should just de-aggro in a little bit. Then you drop back down like this, go ahead and grab the supply stockpile. Once they've de-aggro, they won't re-aggro for just a little bit, so you have plenty of time. Go ahead and take that and then move on to the next one. So for this one, you're going to want to get up into these roots like this. They won't be able to find a way to you, and eventually they will de-aggro. You're just going to stand here for a little bit. You may have to kill one or something like that one. He got around somehow. But go ahead and kill this one. And then afterwards, if they all run away, which they will eventually, you'll run over to it real fast, grab the supply stockpile before they can re-aggro. Then you're going to head out of here and go south just a little bit from this area to grab the last one out in the open. So this next one, you may end up with enemies chasing you. If so, you'll just beat them up, get rid of them, and then grab the chest. Or you run a little bit further, they'll de-aggro, and then you run to this chest. This one's extremely easy compared to some of the others. And then you'll just go ahead and grab this one. After this, we're going to head south of here to the lost area in the crater. And we'll drop down by a boat. So this is a good shortcut to get in. You can drop down on this boat like so, climb around on this edge, and then fall down onto this, get up here and climb up here. It'll save you a little bit of time, but you don't have to do that. And then we're going to go up from here, and there's a boss and a chest. So for this one, you're going to get all the enemies to chase you. They might knock you down. Stuff's a little sketchy going through this, but you'll try to work your way up here and not get killed. Potions are nice. And once you get them all chasing you like that, you can just drop down, and they have to go all the way back around, which will give you plenty of time to secure the supply stockpile. And then from here, you're going to try to jump off here and get out of here and head south over to one of the other places. So this one's actually really easy. There's a boss, little mini boss. You just climb up onto this rock and then sit here and just block or heal or whatever. And just wait a minute. All the enemies chasing will de-aggro. As soon as they de-aggro, you're going to run real fast because they can't re-aggro again for a little bit. So you go ahead and grab it while he's stuck in his inability to de-aggro, or he'll just randomly die for no reason, which was kind of weird. And then you go ahead and grab that one, and you're going to leave and go south onto the last little concrete pier area in order to get the last one. So this one's surprisingly easy. You just go down there till they all run down there. Then you climb up, and they can't climb, which gives you a ton of time to get the chest before they work their way back around. So then you'll get this one like that, and then you'll get the heck out of here. This next one's surprisingly easy. You'll just get over here and get this guy to chase you. The second you see him de-aggro, you run in. You can't re-aggro again for about 10 seconds. Gives you plenty of time to get this supply stockpile, and then you're going to move on to the next one. The next one's also very easy. Same kind of thing. You'll get over here till he de-aggros. As soon as you see him de-aggro, you run over here and grab this. If you got little ones chasing you too, it might get a little complicated, but you just keep trying until eventually it works out. You get this one, and then you move on to the next one. This one's also super easy. You gotta be careful going around here. Make hold block when you try to get around so you don't jump off on accident. Get back here. They can't figure it out. Eventually you'll see that animation. That means they're running away. Then you can go ahead and climb back over, get over to the chest, and go ahead and loot it. Pretty easy chest. All these three were really, really easy. Now we're going to move on to Siren Stand. This one's also surprisingly easy. You just get over in this corner with these boxes. You can even jump over, stand on this one instead. If it'll let you get on top of the tall one, it's the best. But eventually he'll de-aggro on any of those spots. You go ahead and just loot the supply stockpile like this. And then you get out of this building, move on to the next one. Now the last one's back here, but unfortunately I don't have an actual clip of me getting this one. But you're going to use the same kind of shenanigans to get this. You could climb on things, there's different things you get on. But I accidentally died here and just called it quits. I was pretty burnt out at this point. But you get the idea for each of these chests. They're all going to require shenanigans like what I showed you. At that point in the cycle, you will be right around Spire of Melpomene. You'll just find a way to drop down onto here, get out of there, and get back to Lampbent Muskeg. So from there, you are done. The cycle is complete. If you have extra time, grab the wire fiber, or if you think you're making good time halfway through, you grab the ironwood and the Azoth water. Try to distract yourself for a little bit. Make sure it's a little over an hour before you start again. And then just do it all again. As many times as you want to do, or as many times as you think you can psychologically handle doing. And then you are all done with that route. So that is probably my favorite route right now for collecting trophy materials in New World. The whole place is level 58, 60, 63, all that. So it's a really good place to run for trophy materials, a good place to get some gear score watermark. It's just a really, really nice route, and I'm very, very happy with it. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing to this channel. I post helpful tips and tricks, news videos, what the devs are saying, different guides, different helpful information for New World, usually 1 to 3 times a day. If that sounds interesting to you, definitely consider subscribing. But that's it for today's video. That is my current favorite trophy material farming route, and hopefully that'll help you to get your endgame trophies as well in New World.